we took a bunch of students down to the beautiful beachside city of St Kilda in Melbourne. And the goal was to help them learn to be led by the Spirit as they loved on the people in the community and shared the good news of Jesus. And so we took them down there, and what we would do was in the morning we'd just gather together and we'd just spend time talking and praying and listening and singing and just making sure that we were hearing from God right. And then we'd go out and see what God wanted to do in the lives of people around us. And so we'd go to the bakeries, or we'd go to the boardwalk, or out onto the wharf and the beaches, and we'd just care for people and love on people, and we'd share our experience of Jesus and pray with people and share the good news of Jesus just as he led. And it was very exciting. But one of the best parts, and I love this because there was a girl called T, and T only a week before had sung out loud in front of people, in front of a church actually, so it was a safe place. And as we were going through the week, we heard, wow, she's got a beautiful voice. And then one morning, as we were praying and she was singing, we thought, you could use that voice out on the streets among people that have probably never heard God singing to them, heard God's song. And so she was like, oh, but she had the faith to go, okay, I'll give it a go. And so one of our students was a guitarist, and together they asked the Holy Spirit, what songs do you want us to sing? And they came up with a couple of songs. And then that afternoon we went out on the streets, and we're walking down the streets. And as we went, a guitar and her voice, we would see people sitting down or walking across. There were students just finishing school. There was people that obviously were having a tough time in life. And we'd offer to sing for them. She would sing, and it was amazing. God just touched their hearts. Like they would have tears come, or they would just be moved by the song, and we'd have opportunities to pray with them. And many of them actually got to hear the good news of Jesus, both through the words and then through her sharing why that song meant something. And what I loved about it for T was this. She got confident in who God was and who she was. And that led her to be able to help people connect with Jesus so naturally. And that's what I want to encourage us, is that we can learn to know who God is and trust that and who he's made us to be, and use that with his Spirit's leading so that people can connect to Jesus. Why don't you ask him what that looks like for you?